was in my final year of college when the opportunity showed up. A clinical trial for a new medication. It promised sharper focus, reduced anxiety, enhanced cognitive function. And the payment? Enough to wipe out the rest of my tuition. I didn't hesitate. Back then, I thought I was lucky. I thought I was helping science. I had no idea what I was walking into. The initial screenings were intense. Physical exams, psychological tests, endless forms. They said they needed perfectly healthy young adults, and apparently, I was exactly what they were looking for. The pharmaceutical company running the trial seemed professional, reputable, safe, so I signed without a second thought. The first week went smoothly. I took the pill every morning, went to class, hung out with friends. And honestly, I felt great. Focused, energized, clear-headed. My grades improved, and even my mood lifted. It was everything they promised, until the nightmares began. They were so real that I woke up gasping, drenched in sweat, unsure what was dream and what was real. I reported it. They brushed it off. Just an adjustment period, they said. But the nightmares were only the beginning. Whispers came next. Soft at first, like someone murmuring behind me. Then louder, more aggressive. Voices accusing me, mocking me, following me from room to room. I couldn't focus. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't trust my own mind. I begged the supervisors to take me off the trial. They insisted it wasn't the medication. Stress, they said. Lack of rest, they suggested. They even offered counseling, but refused to remove me from the study. That's when I realized the truth. I wasn't a volunteer anymore. I was a data point, a lab rat they couldn't afford to lose. Then stopped going to class. I pushed everyone away because I no longer trusted what I saw or heard. The breaking point came during one of the worst nights of my life. The shadows weren't just shadows anymore. They moved, whispering, reaching, crawling toward me. I locked myself in the bathroom, trembling, and called the emergency number they'd given us. Everything after that is a blur. They pulled me from the trial, hospitalized me, and pumped me with medication meant to counteract the drug's effects. Over the next few weeks, I learned I wasn't alone. Other participants had gone through the same nightmare. The company knew. They knew and hid it, desperate to keep their research alive. Eventually, the trial was shut down. Lawsuits followed. Public outrage erupted. But none of it undid the damage. Even now, graduated, working, stable, I'm not the same. There's a caution in me that never existed before. A fear of what people in power are willing to sacrifice. Her life as a single parent was already a delicate balancing act, juggling work, childcare, and the rare scraps of personal time she managed to steal for herself. So when Alex walked into her life, he felt like a breath of fresh air, a chance at something good, a moment of calm in the non-stop storm she lived in. I hadn't dared to hope for happiness again, not after everything Jamie and I had survived. But Alex felt like a miracle. They were kind, patient, gentle with my son. For the first time in years, our future didn't feel frightening. It felt bright. We met by chance at a small coffee shop in town, one of those quiet places where the world seems to slow down. What started as casual conversation slowly grew into something deeper. Alex was new here, trying to rebuild after what they called a few personal setbacks. I didn't ask for details. We all have ghosts we'd rather leave behind. Their presence filled our home with warmth. Jamie adored them. It felt like fate until the whisper started. Soft conversations behind cupped hands at the school gate. Quick glances at the grocery store. People avoiding my eyes as I walked past. They said Alex had a dark past, a past wrapped in suspicion and violence. Whispers of murder. Rumors never proven, but never cleared either. My heart refused to accept it. This wasn't the Alex I knew. This wasn't the person who had become my anchor. Still, I needed answers. When I finally confronted them, the hurt in Alex's eyes was immediate and deep. They told me everything. Years ago, in another town, one of their closest friends was found dead under mysterious circumstances. Alex had been the last person seen with them, instantly becoming the prime suspect. But there had never been evidence, only whispers, only assumptions. Those rumors had ruined them, cost them their job, their home, and every hope of a normal life. So they ran, not from guilt. Listening to them, I felt the weight they'd carried for so long, a life overshadowed by a crime they insisted they didn't commit. But later, lying awake in the quiet hours of the night, doubt crept in like a cold draft under the door. How well do we ever truly know someone? Was I risking my child's safety on faith alone? The town's suspicions became my own, poisoning even the calm moments between us. I needed the truth, not for gossip, but for peace. So I dug into Alex's past myself. I tracked down old acquaintances, read forgotten articles, pieced together fragments of the life they'd left behind. What I found wasn't malice, but tragedy. Alex's friend had been struggling for years. Their death wasn't the result of violence. It was the final step in a long downward spiral. Alex had simply been the easiest person to blame, the outsider then, just as they were now. The truth settled over me with a quiet, steady certainty. I chose Alex. I chose to stand with them against the whispers, the judgment, and the stares. Because love, real love, is forged in adversity. It's choosing someone even when the world tells you not to. As time passed, the rumors faded. Life returned to its ordinary rhythm. Jamie thrived, blissfully unaware of the storm we had survived. And in the end, our family emerged stronger, a testament to trust, forgiveness, and the belief that people deserve a second chance. The abandoned Marrowbrook Asylum had always pulled at us, a group of urban explorers drawn to places where history clung to the walls like dust. Its reputation was infamous. Abuse, strange sightings, unexplained disappearances. Exactly the kind of place we couldn't resist. Armed with cameras and flashlights, we slipped through a gap in the rusted security fence under the cover of night. We had no idea that this exploration would be nothing like the others. The asylum towered over us, massive and half-devoured by decay. Its cracked windows stared out like dead, unblinking eyes, as if watching our every move. Inside, the air was thick with rot and something heavier, a feeling of being observed. Our flashlights carved through the darkness, revealing rusted bed frames, overturned wheelchairs, scattered belongings, lives abandoned in a hurry. The deeper we went, the colder it became. A sudden a sound too close, too real. We brushed it off. Nerves, imagination, Old buildings make strange noises. But then, the asylum changed. Doors that had been wide open slammed shut behind us. Hallways twisted into paths we didn't remember. Every attempt to retrace our steps led us deeper into the maze. Panic set in. We were not alone. Footsteps echoed down the corridors. Footsteps that didn't belong to any of us. Shadows slid across our peripheral vision. Human-shaped, but wrong. Moving with broken, unnatural motion. The group fractured, fear tearing us apart. Everyone ran in different directions, desperate to find a way out. That was when the asylum revealed its true nature. We weren't being haunted by memories, but by the things that still lived here. One by one, we were found. Not by each other, but by the whispering figures lurking in the dark. Their touches were ice cold. Their murmurs were madness itself. And their laughter followed us, no matter where we ran. I was alone. The screams of my friends drifted through the asylum, like distant echoes, fading into the endless corridors. That was when the truth finally hit me. A truth far more horrifying than any ghost story. Marrowbrook Asylum was alive. It fed on fear. It thrived on tragedy. And we had walked straight into its waiting jaws. In a final burst of desperation, I pushed through the maze of hallways until I found a stairwell leading upward. The climb felt endless, but eventually I stumbled onto the roof. The city lights shimmered far in the distance, tiny reminders that a normal world still existed beyond these cursed walls. As dawn crept across the sky, the asylum loosened its grip. Doors unlatched. Locks clicked open on their own, like it was releasing me. I walked out as the only survivor. The fate of my friends remains unknown. Their last terrified screams still haunting the quietest moments of my life. I quit urban exploring after that night, but the asylum hasn't left me. It lingers in my dreams, tall and silent, watching, waiting. A reminder that we walked into the past and never truly made it out. Working the night shift at St. Mary's Hospital was like stepping into another world. The chaos of the day faded into dim silence, broken only by the beeping of monitors and the soft murmurs of half-asleep patients. I found comfort in that quiet. It let me care for people in a way the daytime rush never allowed. But that peace shattered when the deaths began. At first, they seemed like tragedies, unfortunate but not unusual. Patients improving one moment, crashing the next. Rapid declines with no warning, no clear cause. Yet the pattern grew too sharp to ignore. Case after case, night after night, all during the same shift. The turning point came with Mrs. Henderson, a sweet woman who reminded me of my grandmother. She'd been recovering beautifully, walking, talking, laughing. We expected her to go home by the end of the week. But in the early hours of one quiet night, I found her gasping for breath, eyes wide with terror. The team tried everything, but she slipped away within minutes. Another sudden cardiac event, they said. Another tragedy we were expected to move past. But I couldn't. I watched, listened, tracked the similarities between each unexplained death, and one name kept appearing. Dr. Harper. He was new, charming, competent. Everyone loved him, but his shifts lined up perfectly with every single fatal incident. At first, I hated myself for even thinking it. How could someone so respected, so dedicated, be responsible? Still, the doubt stayed with me like a shadow. One night, determined to destroy or confirm my own suspicions, I followed him under the guise of seeking advice. And that's when I saw it. In the dim glow of a patient's room, I caught Dr. Harper leaning over Mr. Jenkins, syringe in hand. His movements were precise, final. Minutes later, alarms blared. Mr. Jenkins was gone. My blood ran cold. I reported him the next morning, my voice shaking as I explained everything to the administration. They launched an internal investigation. What they uncovered was horrifying. Dr. Harper had been performing his own twisted version of mercy killings, choosing patients he believed were beyond saving. Each death had been crafted to look natural, undetectable. The hospital fell into chaos, the trust of families shattered, the staff shaken to the core. In the aftermath, everyone praised my bravery. They said I had saved lives, but the guilt stayed with me. Should I have seen the pattern sooner? Could I have stopped him earlier? The night shift never felt the same again. The hallways felt darker, the silence heavier. I transferred to day shift soon after, hoping the light would dull the memories. It didn't. Some shadows are too deep to escape. Well, one thing remains. The curtain is raising. The Code, NexTech Solutions. The day began like any other inside the sleek glass offices of NexTech Solutions. As a software engineer, my world was code. Thousands of lines, endless debugging, and the thrill of creating something new. Our latest project was ambitious, a next-generation social app meant to revolutionize how people connect. I was proud of it, right up until the moment I found it. A fragment of code hidden so cleverly it almost escaped detection. A surveillance program disguised within the system, far more powerful than anything meant for analytics or basic data tracking. It didn't just monitor users, it watched them. It collected intimate details of their lives without their knowledge. The realization hit me like ice water. My company, famous for its privacy ethics, was violating the very principles it preached. I dug deeper. Hours turned into days, and the truth grew worse. This wasn't a rogue experiment. It was approved, intentional, and widespread. They were spying on people, tracking every movement, every message, every secret. My heart sank. I knew what exposing this could cost me, but staying silent would make me an accomplice. So I gathered evidence, saved everything, every log, every hidden file. A trusted friend outside the company confirmed my fears. This was huge, dangerous. They warned me to be careful, that corporations protect their secrets at any cost. But I couldn't ignore it. I leaked everything to a journalist known for integrity and privacy reporting. When the story broke, it detonated through the tech world. Public outrage exploded. Government agencies demanded answers. NexTech denied everything, then admitted oversights, then promised investigations. The truth didn't matter. The truth didn't matter. The damage was done, and so was my career. They discovered I was the whistleblower. I was fired within hours, followed by legal threats meant to intimidate me into silence. Some people called me a hero, Others called me a traitor. But despite everything, the lawsuits, the ruined career, the fear, I knew I made the right choice. Privacy is a basic human right. No one deserves to live under a hidden lens. I exposed a threat buried in the digital world and lost everything for it. But I would do it again, because some truths are too dangerous to stay hidden.